Hey Jordan, hey Eric, my name is James Massell. I'm from Movie Death Blows. Thanks for taking the time to sit down with me today.
Hi.
James.
So, Jordan, I gotta ask, this is your first feature in like what, like 14, 15 years almost?
Well,
Like
easy, like a decade, not.
I'm sure you've been cultivating the right project, but what's it been like trying to
It
trying to
hasn't been by choice.
I can imagine you've been busy at something, commercials and all that stuff, but what's it
Okay.
been like trying to develop a sacrifice? Like looking like did you know this was going to be like your next feature debut or feature film at that point?
Yes, well, I mean, it definitely had its setbacks along the way because we started off and we were raring to go to shoot in 2020 in Tokyo. And then, all our plans were scuppered. So yeah, it's definitely been, I think as all films are, a kind of Sisyphean feat, pushing the boulder up the hill. But we
Well,
got
Eric, you play Ben Monroe in this movie, like a social psychologist, or I forget what it was in it. But why did you want to come on to play this role in Jordan's film, A Sacrifice?
Oh, I loved it. I love the script. I love the world. I love the themes. I love the character of Ben. Everything was just so well written. It was just really quite effortless to be a part of. And Jordan and I chatted over Zoom, and I was like, "Yeah, please, 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 let's do this." So I'm just thrilled that we're here talking about it today. And these are the sweet spot kind of films I like to be in. The films I like to watch as a movie buff. So it's a real thrill to be here now.
Yeah, I missed you a couple weeks ago for Force of Nature too, so I'm glad I get to talk to you today. Jordan, I know this is based on a novel by Nicholas Hogg. Did you have any input from him when you were writing the script for it? Like, did you get to talk to him at all, or you just I'm adapting your work and that's it?
no, I mean we definitely, spoke a bit in the beginning, and then because his novel is much more focused on the father-daughter relationship, I think, and but always this kind of underlying threat of the cults that wasn't fully investigated in the book. And right when you get to the end of the book is right when the door to the cult opens. So what I wanted to do was continue walking through the door and, getting to know the people and the leader, and how it played into the relationship between the father and daughter.
Sure. The name of the book is Tokyo, but like, why did you guys set it in Berlin? Was there any other choices for that? Or you're like, we're just gonna go to Berlin or Germany, though?
No, there was a pandemic. We couldn't go to Tokyo in the end, unfortunately, and we waited and waited, and it just was never going to open up. And so I thought a great place to set it would be Berlin.
Sure. Eric, there's a lot of twists and turns, especially if for your character and his daughter Mazzy at that point. Uh, what was it like working like with that cult aspect of it? Like you walk in there and like your character's having these nightmares where he's waking up, where he thinks it's happening to him at that point. So what was that like for you?
Oh, it was great. I mean, I love the structure of the script. And I love the all the juxtapositions between like him supposedly being an expert and then, his ego being stroked by then meeting Nina and that classic thing of he just can't believe his luck. And then that sort of becomes a wedge between him and Mazzy, played by Sadie Sink, who was just, so easily incredible to work with, and a father-daughter dynamic. She's the exact same age as my daughter within a day, like literally. So that was just so much fun. And yeah, I just thought the structure fed into so much of our characters.
You were talking about Sadie before. She's built such a resume for herself, and she's only 22. But like with the Fear Street movies and Stranger Things and The Whale and everything like that, like when you meet her, she's probably like 20 years old. Are you expecting her to be as on point as she is all the time when you're acting with her?
Do you know what I've learned now that every time I work with a young actor, you better be on your game, because quite often they've been in the game for like 10 years and they're really well drilled, and you're not going to teach them a damn thing. Like literally the other way around. And I love it. I love it. Being in Berlin again, it reminded me of working with Saoirse Ronan on Hannah, and she'd already done things before that, but just the energy that age group can bring to a production, it's just fantastic.
I'm glad you said Sosha's name because I would have messed it up entirely, and I try not to say it because I can't pronounce it for whatever. Jordan, I've grown up with, your dad and your uncle, and now I'm seeing movies made by you. Like the Scott family raised me on action movies from the 80s and 90s. So when are we going to see Jordan Scott get into some fighter planes or some kind of action movies or something
Yeah,
like that?
I'm ready to blow shit up. Absolutely. We had two big stunts in the film, and I was like, ooh, this is fun. I get it now.
Like now I know my dad likes all this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Give me the matches. Yeah.
But the Sylvia's character Nina, she has like a scene towards the end where she's doing all that breathing stuff, and a lot of like this mystery is revealed. What was it like for you as a director shooting that breathing scene and like just coaching her as an actress at that point? Because that was an intense scene for me to watch. So
It was fantastic. We were actually talking about it earlier today, and I wrote it and just crossed my fingers, like, maybe she'll want to do it, but she'll probably go, oh, this is too much. And then she started sending me videos of herself doing these like crazy extreme breathing exercises at home. And, she was all in. She just went for it almost to the point of passing out. It was so much fun.
yeah, I'm sure Eric can speak to it. Like I took some acting classes, and they're always doing like diaphragmatic breathing and stuff like that, like how to control your voice and your breath. So like when you watched, Sylvia do this on like, were you on set when you got to see her do that, or you just see it on camera for the first time?
No, but I'm like, I would have passed out 20% into that. Yeah, no doubt. No, I was very impressed when I saw Jordan had told me about it when we were in rehearsal because they were talking about it. And when I saw that scene in the film, I'm like, yeah, she's going for it. Like,
Went for it.
yeah, that's not easy.
Eric, I gotta say, when I was probably about 17 or 18 when Troy came out, 2004. It was a huge deal for me and my friends. We love that movie. We quote it all the time still today. So we're almost 20 years removed from that. Do you think your Hector could take Brad Pitt's Achilles right now? Could you take him this time?
I think if we weren't having to conform to historical myths, Hector would have won. Oh, absolutely. It's so obvious, right? It's
Rematch.
so obvious that Hector's the better fighter. I mean, yeah, no drama.
A line we use for everything. Anytime someone's like, I don't want to do that. And I just look at them and like, that's because no one will remember your name. I say that all the time. So it's like, Jordan, we're going to wrap here in a couple minutes, but last question for you. What do you have set up for the future? Any more feature films we can look forward to coming up? Any ideas you have you can tell us about?
I hope so. My next obsession is spies. So there you go.
Gotcha.
That's
All
what I
right.
wanted. Yeah.
I appreciate you guys sitting down and talking with me today. I can't wait for everybody to see A Sacrifice when it comes out in theaters on June 28th. Eric and Jordan, thank you so much. I
Thank you
appreciate
very
it.
much.